What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really keeps us going and motivates us to bring you more content like this. Today, we're diving deep into something that's been driving people crazy since forever. How do you actually know if someone likes you? And no, we're not talking about outdated body language tricks. This is 2026, and the game has completely changed. Here's the truth bomb. In 2026, with everyone glued to their phones and sliding into DMs, reading romantic signals has become both easier and way more complicated. We're living in an era where someone can watch all your Instagram stories but never text you back, where your crush might like your TikToks from 3 a.m. but act like you don't exist in person. Confusing? Absolutely. Impossible to decode? Not quite. Let me break down the real signs that someone's feeling you in 2026, and trust me, some of these might surprise you. Let's start with the most obvious one in 2026, their digital behavior. But here's the twist. It's not just about likes and comments anymore. It's about consistency. Are they the first person to view your stories every single time? Do they react to your reel even when it's boring? Do they send you reels that are oddly specific to inside jokes only you to have? That's not random, that's intentional. When someone's interested, they create these little digital touch points to stay on your radar without being too obvious. It's the 2026 version of passing notes in class. Except now, it's a carefully curated meme that says thought of you. Now, let's talk about what happens when you're actually in the same room, because yes, real life still exists in 2026. Even if Gen Z forgot about it for a minute, when your crush walks into a space and their entire energy changes the moment they see you, that's a tell. Their phone suddenly doesn't matter. Their conversation with their friend can wait. Their body literally reorients toward you like you're the sun and they're a plant. Scientists call this orienting response, but I call it you've got their full attention. And that's rare in 2026. Here's where it gets interesting. Everyone knows that they take hours to reply doesn't always mean they're not interested. They might just be busy or playing it cool. But pay attention to the pattern. If they're slow to respond to your casual messages, but lightning fast when you need help with something. If they leave you on read for mundane stuff, but write paragraphs when the conversation gets deep. That's not mixed signals. That's someone who values quality time with you over quantity. They're selective about when they engage because those interactions matter to them. In 2026, everyone's got a carefully crafted social media persona. We're all out here posting our highlight reels and pretending our lives are perfectly aesthetic. But when someone likes you, they drop that mask. They'll send you the unflattering photo. They'll voice note you their actual opinions instead of the safe, palatable ones. They'll tell you about the thing that's stressing them out or the dream they're scared to chase. In a world where everyone's trying to look perfect online, vulnerability is the ultimate sign someone trusts you and wants to go deeper. This one's subtle but powerful. Does your crush casually mention you to their friends? Do their friends suddenly know who you are even though you've never met them? Have you been added to group chats or invited to hangouts that feel a little intentional? When someone's into you, they start weaving you into their social fabric. It's their subconscious way of testing how you fit into their life. Plus, let's be honest, if their best friend slides into your DMs with "so I've heard a lot about you," you know what's up. Forget likes and comments for a second. Let's talk about the type of engagement. Are they just dropping emojis on your posts? Or are they actually listening to what you're saying? Do they remember that random thing you mentioned 3 weeks ago? Do they ask follow-up questions about your life? Do they notice when you change your hair, your mood, or your profile picture? In 2026, where everyone's attention span is toast, someone who actually retains information about you is basically declaring their interest with a megaphone. Let's keep it real, jealousy isn't cute, but it is revealing. And in 2026, jealousy looks different. It's not dramatic scenes anymore. It's subtle shifts. Do they get a little quieter when you mention hanging out with someone else? Do they suddenly post more when they see you posting with other people? Do they fish for information about your dating life with casual questions? These are low-key signs that they're paying way more attention to your romantic situation than a regular friend would. Here's the big one that separates genuine interest from breadcrumbing: consistency. In 2026, it's easy to act interested for a week and then ghost. But someone who truly likes you, they show up consistently. They don't just text you when they're bored at 2 a.m. They make plans and actually follow through. They check in when you're stressed. They remember important dates. They don't disappear for weeks and then act like nothing happened. Consistency is the love language of 2026, and it's non-negotiable. When someone's into you, they start planting you in their future, even in small ways. We should check out that new restaurant when it opens. You'd love this. Festival in the summer. When you finally visit my hometown, these aren't concrete plans, they're psychological anchors. They're testing how you react to being included in their future timeline. And if you find yourself doing the same thing back, congratulations. You're both in the same headspace. Here's the most underrated sign: your intuition. In 2026, we're so busy overanalyzing every text and every interaction that we forget to trust our gut. But deep down, you usually know when someone's into you. It's a feeling, the way the energy shifts, the way conversations flow differently, the way you just know something's there. If you're constantly second-guessing whether they like you, and multiple people have pointed out that, yeah, they're definitely into you, then they probably are. Sometimes the signs aren't hidden. We're just scared to believe them. Look, at the end of the day, here's what I want you to remember. It's 2026. We've got AI, we've got brain chips, shout out Neuralink. We've got flying cars in Dubai, but we still can't read minds. If you're catching multiple signs from this list, there's a solid chance your crush is feeling you too. But here's the move. Don't spend months playing detective. Life's too short, and you've got too much going on to waste time wondering. If the vibe is there, shoot your shot. Worst case, you get clarity and can move on. Best case, you get the person you've been thinking about. So which of these signs have you noticed? Drop a comment and let me know. And if you've got signs that I missed, share those too. Let's help each other out. Smash that like button if this video hit different. And subscribe, because we're dropping psychology and relationship content every week. Most importantly, stop waiting for perfect signs. Take the risk. Make the move. It's 2026. Shoot your shot. Peace out.